Toyota Center. I'm Ed Cohen with the former Chicago Bulls guard Jay Williams. And Jay, yes, we are ready for takeoff.
And Ed, the Rockets are flying high. If they keep feeding the beard or feeding the streets, either way, this is a lethal backcourt.
It's been a launching pad for threes and so much more. Let's get ready for the tip. Jay, once Kevin Durant went to Golden State, the question was, what is this Oklahoma City team? Now, I think that question still remains.
Well, Ed, they're still one of the most talented teams in the league, but I'm going to go ahead and say this. They are the biggest disappointment in the NBA. When you bring on a guy like Paul George, all-star, you combine him with Russell Westbrook, one of the top PGs in the league, and Carmelo Anthony, who's a Hall of Famer. There's no way that with that talent, they're more talented than Portland, they're more talented than San Antonio, New Orleans. There's no way that that team can finish one game worse than what they finished the year prior in the 2016-2017 season.
And remember, Russell Westbrook, back-to-back years averaging a triple-double. It hasn't necessarily paid off in terms of wins. Missed it. Almost a foul. They let it go.
That's superb defense. That's a defense getting there from the weak side early and making the player short arm a shot.
Harden, oh, he was wide open. And it's not going to be pretty when they watch the video. Someone's getting chewed out.
I know these mishaps happen defensively, but sometimes this can be the best thing for an offensive player who maybe hasn't found his rhythm yet. Don't let him get going.
Wide open look, won't go.
I don't know why he rushed that shot. He was wide open. Take your time.
Paul, off the mark. George lets it fly from beyond the arc, buries it on the catch and shoot.
Great shot by the offense, but the defense, you can't afford to collapse off that penetration. I'd rather a team take a tough two than a wide open three.
To Harden. From long range. His first effort off the mark. Westbrook into the front court. Leads one. Nothing going here on that drive. Ferguson to Paul George. Short jumper stays out. It's Harden. Brings the ball up. And a whistle.
That's just a blatant foul. Maybe he's trying to make a statement.
Paul. Ooh, Chris Paul. First couple didn't go. That one is true.
I don't know how he saw his man out in the cut like that, but that was nice.
Russell Westbrook matched up with Paul. Jumper's good.
When the ball's in his hands, we all knew what was going to happen.
Gordon with it. Looking to make something happen. To Paul. Knocks it down from mid-range. There's a sixth sense there that you just can't teach.
If you're a player on the same team with CP3, you should be taking that point guard out to dinner every single night. There's something to be said about a guard that makes the game way easier for you to be even more of an efficient offensive player.
To Paul. Fires the three. Offensive reach and a putback slam.
Woo, that's nasty right there.
Oklahoma City ball. Russell Westbrook steps into it. Oh, Russell Westbrook. 2 for 3 now here in the first.
It looks like he's using his ball handling to feel the game out. I know it looks like he's just playing around out there trying to get the fans going. That is true, but he's also finding his rhythm.
The Thunder will use a timeout as they'll make sure they're aligned here in a 2-point basketball game. Looks like both teams are making substitutions. Westbrook. To Harden. And the reward, he's going to the line.
Trust me, you want to avoid early foul trouble. Take that one as a warning.
Foul number 2. That's the first foul in the last 2 minutes.
James Harden at the line for 2 shots. A career 85% free throw shooter. First one, counted. And he makes them both. Schroeder with the basketball. Trailing by 4. Rockets in control of the basketball. Finish that. Across midcourt, it's Schroeder. Just under a minute to play here in this opening quarter. Off the mark.
0-4 to start the game. Don't worry about that. You can make your next 6 shots and then be 6 of 10 from the field. That's 60%. That can get you $80 million.
Harden can't go down. Smothering defense. To Westbrook. Has a chance. Oh, Russell Westbrook. He's 3 of 5. 60% shooting from the field.
You see, you can't actually get mesmerized by the ball. You actually have to focus on the dribbler's belly button. I know that may sound cheesy, but trust me, he can't go anywhere without his core.
It's Paul for 2. Add 2 points to the board.
No doubt about where that one was headed.
Westbrook with the basketball. Shot clock's off as they search for a final bucket. Nothing going here on that drive. A bad pass as the Rockets come away with it. First quarter's complete. The Rockets with the lead. On to the second quarter. Jay, I don't know if we're going to see quite that level of offensive production that we saw to start this one.
If anything on this game, Ed, you have to expect the unexpected. When players have range that extend outside the gymnasium, oh, we're going to get a chance to watch something special.
Paul's shot won't go down. The follow won't go either. Here's Schroeder with it. Down 4. Now a steal as the Rockets have it.
Come on, let's dig in. Let's really build this lead.
Austin Rivers to Paul. Oh, he had him there for a second. Paul, defended by Nerlens Noel. And he's fouled. Very close. Free throws coming up.
Great job, Ed, by the shooter to create contact after the jump. That's how you get to the free throw line.
First one goes down. Goes 2 for 2. Schroeder with the basketball. Down 6. And Tucker with the rebound. To Harden. James Harden, 2 of 4 now.
You see, the great playmakers see the shot before it ever happens. They recognized how they were being guarded on the previous set, and then they make the necessary adjustments.
George, Harden's on him. Nothing going here on that drive. Paul George. Fakes. Drives to the rim and scores.
The okey doke. Let's see if he'll try that one again.
Chance for Paul. And scores. He has that sixth sense that you just can't teach.
He's like a traffic cop, and he's navigating a myriad of bodies coming his way. And there's a smaller innuendo of the game that nobody talks about. When he makes a great pass, he'll tell the offensive player, shoot it, go up, dunk it. He will direct you and lead you to success.
Curling inside. George on the drive, but his shot misses to Schroeder. PG lets it fly. And strokes it. Jay, when you break down Paul George, where is he at his best?
He needs to be engaged. He needs to have the ball in his hands. He needs to be needed. And that's the biggest thing for Paul George. When he's the guy offensively, he makes those clutch shots. It re-engages him defensively. And that drives him to be the best version of Paul George there is.
Billy Donovan making some moves at this point in the game. Russell Westbrook picked up by Paul. That one out of bounds off a rocket. It stays with Oklahoma City. Westbrook. For three. Not easy.
I hope everyone here knows the golden rule. Guys, remember, sharing is caring.
Houston with the basketball. Paul picked up by Westbrook. Beyond the arc for three. Now that's a contest.
Just because you're an elite shooter doesn't mean you need to shoot the ball every possession. Maybe give a head fake, crack into the defender, get to the free throw line, see the ball go in the hole.
For three. That's off the side of the rim, short.
Shooters shoot, period. I don't want to hear any excuses. That's why you're on the floor. You keep doing what you're doing with that superior confidence.
Harden. That's how you defend. Westbrook across the timeline. Now down 6. Adams. A pass taken away by the Rockets. To Harden. Going to launch beyond the arc. And James Harden, well defended, still gets it to go down.
Look, that shot was going up regardless of what the defender was trying to do. That's called a heat check.
Russell Westbrook rocking the rim.
It's easy to become mesmerized when you watch a player who can create off the dribble. We call that dancing. When you allow a player to dance with that much space, that's Prob City.
Cash is in. Someone has to get into a zip code.
Look, the Rockets don't take too many mid-range jumpers. Actually, last season, they led the league in three-point attempts. Glad to see them actually find a two-point shot relevant these days.
Tucker, that's his first personal foul. Team foul number 1. First foul in the last 2 minutes.
It's Westbrook. Won't go.
Just seems like there's lead in the feet of the defenders. You have to bounce quicker to the ball to deter that shot.
Shot for James Harden. The shot almost. Paul is good.
And in today's game, you have to make shots like that. Nice work draining it from deep.
OKC ball. Clint Capella swats it. Harden. Not that time. He misses. Deep three at the buzzer. We've reached halftime with the Rockets out in front. Let's get you to Orlando, where we say hello to Jalen Rose in our EA Sports halftime report. Jalen. First half, very one-sided. What will the second half bring? We'll find out as we're underway. Now Paul with the basketball. Lead is 12. Trying to cash in. Just not going down.
And you have to remember that your hand is part of the ball. There wasn't enough contact on that play for the refs to blow the whistle.
Oh, Russell Westbrook. He's 5 for 10, shooting 50%.
Why not? Russell Westbrook is the only guy stopping Russell Westbrook. And when he decides to put his head down and go to the rim, he's going to the rim. It's that easy.
Nothing going here on that drive. Paul picked up by Westbrook. Now pass taken away by the Thunder. Count the basket at the rim.
As my mother would say to the defender, A for effort, F for results.
Harden here against Ferguson. To P.J. Tucker. How you practice leads to that. Nice pump fake.
It just seems like one of three things happen every time James Harden has the ball. Either he scores, he gets fouled, or he kicks it out to someone for a three. Pick your poison.
Ferguson to George. Oh, you can't do that.
Welcome to new age basketball. You blow on me, that's a foul.
That's his first personal foul. Team foul number 1.
Westbrook. To Paul George. Gets a look. Can't hit. The follow won't go either. Another shot won't go either. Tucker matched up with Ferguson. Paul. That's good D. Shot no good.
He had such a great first half, but obvious adjustments were made defensively to shut him down, and now he's really starting to struggle.
The rebound belongs to Houston. Paul into the front court. His team leads it by 10. Steven Adams with a piece.
Just erasing mistakes left and right.
Strong finish for Paul George.
You know, Ed, the effort is what concerns me the most. Effort is replenishable. If you're tired, raise your hand, check yourself out. Get somebody who actually wants to get back in transition and play some defense. That will help your team win the game, not you just staying in the game to be better on offense.
Russell Westbrook powers it through.
If you know a guy's a driver, there's no need to apply that much pressure on him if his main objective is to get to the rim. Play off of him, make him think about the jump shot, and also, guys from the weak side on the help side, make sure you play in those gaps and you try to close out as quick as possible when he puts his head down.
Both coaches dipping into their reserves. Changes coming onto the floor. The Thunder have the possession. Oh, they call him for the foul.
Those cat-like hands almost got a steal.
Mike D'Antoni changing up his lineup. To George. Has a look. Paul George. 4 out of 7.
It's plain and it's simple. The difference between a winning team and a losing organization is the fact that their ability to finish plays. You have to find a way defensively to finish these type of plays to win this game.
Across midcourt, it's Schroeder. The deficit is 6. Has a chance. Wide open look, won't go.
This game is all about the small victories, though. The execution on that play was on point. You keep executing like that, those shots are going in eventually.
Here's CP3. Ferguson to Schroeder. Paul George, 4-2. Deep 2 there, won't go. Harden in possession. Final minute to play in this third quarter. Fires the 3. Not that time.
He was absolutely scoring at will in the first half. But now that the defense has picked up, don't try to do too much. Less is more.
Finishing inside the paint on that one.
That's what I'm talking about, Ed. It's that simple. Put the ball in the bucket.
It's in the hands of James Harden. Unbothered by the defense as he drills it.
Ooh, cool, calm, and collective. The 3 C's. His handles are effortless.
George, offensive board, and a putback slam. Jay, let's see if that's a sign for him.
Well, he's been pretty much non-existent the first 3 quarters, but when you have a play like that, that can get the juices going, and that can help you with your offensive rhythm.
Harden matched up with Ferguson. Drive from the baseline, but it won't go down. To Harden. Here's a chance from long range, and James Harden, not sure why he was so wide open there.
I know there are refs on the court all the time, but it doesn't mean they can see every play. Maybe defensively, grab his jersey, step on his toe, do something to kind of change up his pace.
And they call it.
His timing was a tad bit off.
Substitution being made in this one.
Team foul number 4. Houston Rockets are in the penalty. Into the game for Oklahoma City, number 11, Abdul Nader.
Three quarters complete with the Rockets in front. The Thunder have trailed to this point, but you'd have to say this one's up for grabs.
And the new style we play with in this league, all it takes is 3 quick threes, and you're right back in the ballgame.
Slam dunk, Russell Westbrook.
The defender needs to do a better job of forcing a pickup there.
Trying to cash in. Shot by Shumpert, off the mark. Here's Schroeder with it. His group now down 2. And the slam.
That might have been a little bit easier than expected there, considering the score.
Paul. He's not shy about shooting it from out there, but he misses this time. Schroeder with the basketball. Our score all even here in the 4th quarter. Westbrook. That one out of bounds off a rocket, so this remains Thunder basketball. Mike D'Antoni going to make some moves and set his matchups. Westbrook to Paul George. Lets it fly from long range. That's off the side of the rim, no good. It's Harden. Slams it home on the putback.
When you let him get inside position like that on the glass, you can expect that every single time.
Thunder with the basketball. Has a look. Oh, Dennis Schroeder. Consistent effort. He's at 50%.
Look at that. Calm under pressure. You see a lot of guys rush those. Nice extra move there.
To George. Dennis Schroeder. Not going down here. Oh, good defense there. Thunder with the steal.
Tonight, it may not cost you, but in a playoff game, it will.
Westbrook. To Harden. It was right there. To Adams. Oh, Dennis Schroeder. 3 for 6 now.
That's a strong finish. Regardless of contact, finishing strong is key.
With James Harden, muscle memory. Gets it to go.
Defense, do the math. You force him to take tough twos, you'll probably have a better chance to win this game if you can slow down the pace.
Coach is going to shift gears and adjust his matchups. Knocked loose. Rockets have it. Paul. It's Westbrook with the board. Has a chance and buries it. Jay, they'll take that any day.
And if you don't contest, he's knocking that down with ease.
Harden. Can't connect. It's no good. George. Oh, they call the foul, Jay.
Just a tic-tac foul.
Russell Westbrook picked up by Paul. Oh, leaves the defender in the dust. Knocks it down from mid-range.
Man, if we were at Rucker Park right now, everybody will be wilding on the court. Guarantee it.
Trying to cash in. Nice follow-up on the dunk there.
Ed, it's pretty amazing how athletic bigs can be when it comes to getting an easy 2 points, huh?
George against Gordon. The Thunder down to 4 in the shot clock. Westbrook buries it on the catch and shoot.
Don't seem shocked. This is how the game is played these days. Shooting a 3 is like shooting a layup.
Paul against the former MVP. Goes to the right side. To Paul. Russell Westbrook with the rock. To Paul George. Here comes the screen. Paul George tosses. Clint Capella, huge block.
Don't stare him down like that afterwards.
Harden. He was all over him.
Just because you're an elite shooter doesn't mean you need to shoot the ball every possession. Maybe give a head fake, crack into the defender, get to the free throw line, see the ball go in the hole.
Oh, the whistle. Jay, take your hands off of me.
A simple touch foul.
Into the game for the Thunder, number 9.
Westbrook to Adams. Westbrook. And the rebound pulled in by Capella. That'll get out. Last touch by Capella. Here's Westbrook controlling the offense. To George. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. And Paul George good on the quick release there.
I know he's a volume shooter. I know defensively at times you have to take your lumps. Might be time to adjust the scouting report, though. Start denying him the ball.
This offer is only valid during today's game, so take advantage of this great opportunity.
Paul. Well defended.
And big-time coaching strategy by the staff right there, utilizing their bench, keeping fresh legs on that shooter consistently throughout the course of the game.
Slams it down, and there was no stopping him that time. Has a look. Gets it to go. Someone clearly missed their rotation. Good victory here for the Thunder as they get a good win on the road. That'll wrap things up. For Jay Williams and our entire crew, I'm Ed Cohen. This has been a presentation of the NBA on EA Sports.